My name is Alyce Powers. I was a member of the class of 2022, and I am a program specialist in the Education and Conservation Department at Mystic Aquarium. I was looking for schools to go to after graduating high school. I was thinking about looking more for a small community. I really found that when I visited Connecticut College. My major was in biology with a concentration in ecology. I also minored in art. A lot of my courses tended to have kind of that ocean aspect to them. That really made me interested in the shoreline, the ocean, some of the animals that reside in those ecosystems. I was recommended to try for the internship at the Mystic Aquarium. It was the Education and Conservation internship. I really loved it. Before applying for this internship, I didn't really know that there was a whole field in informal education and conservation where I was working with the public. So I really found what I wanted to do through that internship that was recommended to me by one of my professors. I've been in my current position as program specialist for about 2 years. I am very involved in our workforce development programs at the aquarium. We have a lot of high schoolers that come to the aquarium, or we travel off-site to teach those high schoolers. Workforce development, conservation initiatives, getting them involved in community outreach and community conservation. We also do a lot of conservation projects in the local community as well. Those might entail bird surveys, horseshoe crab surveys, monarch butterfly tagging. We might be planting pollinator gardens or observing frogs, listening for them. It's a really quite a large host of conservation projects that we do. And my favorite part of my job is probably getting outside with students as they're able to explore all these conservation efforts. Some skills that I was able to develop while I was at Con was critical thinking, public outreach, community conservation efforts, kind of looking local and then growing from there, and definitely a lot of keeping up to date with scientific research. I don't know where I would be without Connecticut College, and it really has been such a huge part of my life.